Ernie, thanks. Welcome to Minneapolis, where they love their Timberwolves, who dominated Game 3 to take this 2-1 series lead, quieting an NBA legend. It has really become one of the most heated playoff rivalries in recent years in the NBA. And tonight, a pivotal game in their latest postseason skirmish. It's Game 4 here in this best-of-7 series. And the Joker coming off maybe his worst playoff performance. How will he respond here tonight? Rudy Gobert and the Timberwolves with a defensive clinic in Game 3, looking to win their third consecutive game in this series. It's the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The NBA playoffs presented by Google. And here in Minneapolis, the first round presented by Popeyes. You look at the Western Conference brackets, the Lakers and the Thunder, one win away from advancing to the second round. The Spurs, meanwhile, getting a victory last night on the road to take the lead against the Trailblazers. And good evening, everyone. With Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand. Lisa Salters with us as well. Oh, how a playoff series can turn on a dime. We've seen that in this series. Denver impressively win Game 1. Go up by 19 points in Game 2, and then it all changed. Timberwolves storm back. They win Game 2 and dominate in Game 3. So here we are in Game 4. All right, Richard, let's start with these Denver Nuggets. It was unbelievable how badly they were outplayed in Game 3. But this team has championship pedigree. What do you look for in their response?
Well, you were right. Jokic struggled in the last game. That's what was so surprising about Game 3 for Nikola Jokic. He's coming off one of the most inefficient games of his career. Yes, he had 27 and 15, but it took 26 shots to get to his 27 points. But the one thing we know about greatness is that it answers the call. I expect him to be getting his teammates involved, for him to be rolling downhill and getting easy, efficient buckets. I also expect him to be working in the middle of the floor and to be dominant. That's what they're going to need from Jokic if they're going to square this up 2-2.
All right, time for a good hands play brought to you by Allstate. A lot of good hands from Minnesota the other night. A magnificent performance, and maybe the best thing, Legs, was the fact that it was a total team effort.
Well, sometimes you see teams that are at a different level in terms of intensity, force, and desperation. Minnesota met the moment in Game 3. Denver fall short of that, and as a result, it were the floodgates open early and often for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They put their head down and they dominated the paint, dominated the glass, dominated in transition, and 68 points around the rim with an emphatic finish there by Jaden McDaniels. But it wasn't just the force, it was also the concrete, tangible production. 60 points out of 3 role players, and a lot of hustle stats mixed in there as well.
Look at Ayo DeSumo, just a terrific game, maybe the best game of his life. He was a mid-season acquisition from Chicago. So which role player will shine tonight? Game 4 from Minneapolis coming up next.
NBA First Round on ABC is presented by Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes. And in part by Google. This presentation of NBA First Round presented by Popeyes will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
This is ESPN on ABC. Between these teams, there are no surprises.
Two teams that have seen a lot of each other over the last 3 years.
And no shortage of opinions.
Go after Jokic, Jamal, the whole team. They're all bad defenders.
But the facts are on the court.
Let's see what they do when we punch them back in their mouth.
Nuggets running, flooded by Edwards. And it's all flowing right now for Minnesota. The Wolves have blitzed the Nuggets.
Nothing is settled or solved. It's about finding the next answer.
We got to fight more. We got to bring the challenge to them. We just got to be better. The most important thing is the next one.
It's
going to come down to Will and who wants it more.
Nuggets, Wolves, Game 4.
That's all we need to do.
On ABC, home of the finals.
A Saturday evening in Minneapolis. A nice calm spring evening on the outside. But inside the Target Center, it is loud and raucous sellout crowd for Game 4. A chance for the Timberwolves to take a 3-1 lead. Chance for the Nuggets to even things up. Tonight's starting lineups powered by Shopify. And the #1 story for Denver, Aaron Gordon returns after missing Game 3. He is a vital piece to their puzzle on both ends of the floor. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, this starting five was terrific with their start the other night. They all started and scored in double figures. They weren't even the leading scorer. It was a great balanced attack from Minnesota to take the 2-1 lead. And for the first time tonight, let's check in with Lisa Saunders. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, David Alderman told us that even though Aaron Gordon may not be 100%, just the fact that he will be on the floor tonight should be huge for the Nuggets on both sides of the ball. After missing Game 3 because of left calf tightness, Gordon was questionable for this game. This was about an hour ago. He was out on the court pre-game testing that left leg, trying to get an honest feel for what he could do. But even if he's limited, David Alderman said Gordon will have an impact, especially offensively, because he can play the point and allow Jamal Murray to play off the ball, which Alderman said calms down the Nuggets offense. So Gordon is going to get it to go. He missed a lot of time this season because of injury. He missed Game 3 on Thursday, but he will be trying to play through it tonight, trying to help the Nuggets even up this series. Mike?
All right, Lisa, wow, is it loud in here. The Nuggets were the #1 rated offensive team in the NBA during the regular season, but in Game 3, their worst shooting performance of the year, 34% from the field. They never led in the game. It was a domination, and Nikola Jokic really struggled. But this is the beauty of the NBA playoffs, a chance in the next game. And watching the response, especially of a team with championship pedigree, is always fascinating, Richard.
No, it is always fun. And again, when you talk about the 3-time MVP struggling, we said it in the open. He had 27 and 15, and it was his worst possible playoff game. So to see a champion and an MVP answer the call, that's what I'm excited about.
Minnesota with a signature game. They threw down the gauntlet. They challenged Denver, first with words.